As you can see, these two gentlemen are clearly identical twins.
That doesn't make them the same person, does it?
Would you let me finish?
Would you let me interject?
You two, stop.
These two men are identical twins. Their lives are at stake.
And I have a say. They may be identical twins, but their upbringing is the farthest thing from that.
Then we should look at this from both sides, shouldn't we, counsel? As I was saying, these men are identical twins, born of the same seed and split in the womb. These two men are not just similar in appearance, they're also similar in personality, interests, fears, and the like.
That doesn't make them the same person.
That is not what I am insinuating.
Horace was raised by an influential family with the biggest tech properties in the valley. He was valedictorian of his high school class and has a PhD in theological studies.
Counsel, you are horribly mistaken.
Boris was adopted and primed to be the next czar of the Finucci crime family. A natural-born killer. Not Woody Harrelson. Or Juliette Lewis. Raised to kill.
Primed. Do you think he was primed?
Yes, I think he was. Raised by a congregation of ruthless murderers, and has himself become one of them.
All right, Mr. Kaufman, humor me here.
What kind of humor, O'Brien?
Just let me indulge in what you call fallacy. Let's just say this murderous instinct wasn't primed upon Boris. Let's just say this murderous instinct is I don't know, a genetic disorder.
No!
And let's just say that there was no such priming.
This is a preposterous line of hogwash.
And this murderous instinct is a hereditary affliction that is bound to affect Horace eventually.
Where is your proof?
The devil's in the details, Mr. Kaufman. When they return home from work, do they drink Miller Lite? Okay? They're both left-handed. They're both aesthetically skilled in maths. They both play in baseball teams, and they have the same interior designers. And they are both...
Don't say it. Don't you say it.
I will say it, and you will sit down, and you will listen! And they are both endowed with murderous intent.
Your Honor, this is bullshit.
Counsel, let that be stricken from the record.
Si, senor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. That guy's an asshole. You hear me? That guy's a fucking asshole, and I'm not gonna deal with that. You see, Your Honor, he's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole who's gonna kill two men for one man's crime. He's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking
Judge Stebbins, Mr. Kaufman, very simply isn't being reasonable. Executing Boris and not doing the same for Horace is inhumane and frankly a fool's errand. Don't you know, nature will take over. Horace's dark tendencies will reveal themselves as they did for Boris, and he will murder, ravage, and tear families apart as his brother did. Be passionate and save him from this fate.
What fate? What fate? Horace, a civil and avid supporter of the community, will just suddenly decide to become a cold-blooded murderer. These two men, separated for 35 years, raised 2,000 miles away from each other. of their similarities simply be chalked up to familial coincidences and their differences due to the environmental settings in which they were raised? My God, people. You're killing a man simply because his twin brother is a murderer. Find it in your heart to be logical. Please.
Boris will not become anything. Listen, Mr. Kaufman. Our society is like a well-oiled machine. Boris and Horace are faulty parts, made of the same mold and the same defective blueprint. Is it not better to remove the faulty parts early than to ruin the entire machine later? It's not Horace's fault, don't you see? It's the hand that he was dealt, and for him, we must fold. For morality's sake, find your conscience and show Horace mercy. Give him a dignified and merciful death.